Good morning and welcome back to the channel. And today we're talking about septic tank regulations and the new compliance checks that rural property buyers need to be aware of in 2026. If you're thinking about buying a home in the countryside, maybe a charming farmhouse or a cottage with land, there's one invisible feature that can catch buyers off guard: the septic tank. From next year, new rules mean that every property with a septic tank must meet specific environmental standards before it can be sold. And honestly, failure to comply could delay your purchase or even affect the price. We recently advised a client purchasing a property in rural Cornwall. They loved the location, and the house had everything on their checklist, except the septic tank. When a routine survey flagged that it didn't meet the upcoming 2026 standards, the vendor had to install new equipment and provide updated compliance documentation before the sale could proceed. What could have been a straightforward purchase turned into a time-sensitive legal and logistical challenge. So, what do these regulations actually involve? Essentially, septic tanks must meet environmental protection standards to ensure they do not contaminate watercourses, harm wildlife, or cause public health issues. This includes proper maintenance, regular inspections, and in some cases, upgrading older tanks to modern systems. Local councils will enforce the rules, and as a buyer, it's your responsibility to check that the tank is compliant before exchange. One common mistake is assuming that if the tank works fine, there's no issue. But functionality alone is not enough. Compliance is about adherence to the law, proper documentation, and demonstrating that effluent is being safely managed. In one case, a client nearly exchanged contracts on a property where the tank had been functioning for decades, only for the surveyor to spot that it didn't meet current standards. The sale had to be paused while upgrades were arranged, a costly delay that could have been avoided with early legal and survey checks. Another area buyers often overlook is ongoing maintenance obligations. Even after the purchase, you may be required to service the tank at regular intervals, empty it safely, and keep records to prove compliance. Non-compliance can lead to fines or enforcement action, and as a new owner, you inherit those responsibilities. At Blackstone Solicitors, we help rural property buyers navigate these checks before committing to a purchase. From reviewing vendor documentation and liaising with local authorities to ensuring contracts protect your position, early legal advice can save weeks of delays and prevent unexpected costs. If you're buying a property with a septic tank in 2026, don't leave it to chance. Get your legal and survey checks done early, understand what compliance requires, and make sure the tank is up to standard before exchange. It's a small step that can save a lot of stress. If you found this video useful, give it a like, subscribe for more practical property law insights, and contact our team at Blackstone Solicitors for tailored advice on septic tanks and rural property purchases.